Good morning, everybody. We're working on episode 33. We've both been on vacation or road trips or whatever you want to call it. We figured we'd talk a little bit about that today. Competing road trips. Oh lordy, that sound almost like Joey Biden. Jason's back in Dad's spare room, and I'm in San Antonio where it's muggy and miserable.
And bad reception. If you guys haven't noticed his crackling voice,
Yeah, it's
sounds
a
like a
little rough.
1940s transistor
But
radio.
I went on vacation, went to Maine, woohoo, had fun, ate some lobsters, ate a whole bunch of haddock, all kinds of good food, stayed at the ocean, played on the shore. If you're not on our Facebook, you should check out the Facebook. I put a bunch of pictures and videos and stuff. It was kind of fun. Tell everybody what you did, Jason.
I went and got my shit from Florida and moved out of that inferno. Dante ascended out of the abyss.
He went down and spent his last couple days in Mom's spare room for a while.
Just one day, I had to go get. Well, I had to go get all my planks of wood because I have a lot of cherry, a lot of maple, a lot of walnut, black walnut.
Yeah.
Make some cutting boards and shit for people.
So Mom's spare room is no longer his home. It's just his vacation getaway.
And Pennsylvania, I hope you're hearing me. Fuck you. That traffic on 79 from Pittsburgh all the way down to the border of West Virginia, that is crucial.
Yep.
You have all that construction, all them barrels, all them blinking lights, pew, 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 45 and a 70. Not one fucking person working on anything.
Not a single one. Just like, yep. Mm-hmm. Just like New Mexico.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Fuck you. You guys can open those 2 lanes that are express lanes and just make it an 8-lane highway.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. No traffic.
And there's almost room for another lane right there where they've got it blocked off so you can't get into the express lanes.
You could have a 10-lane highway and have no problem.
No need for express lanes, but then they can't make their money.
Damn. Communist California done took over everything.
I haven't been out in California very much, but I don't remember any tollways out there. I'm sure there are.
About this yesterday.
Yeah.
California looks beautiful.
Oh, it's wonderful.
But people like Kamala Harris and Gavin fucking Newsom, just people like that, they ruin it.
Sorry, I had to duck away for a minute. My sinuses are killing me down here in this heat and humidity.
I know this schnoz. It's not as big as that schnoz, but this schnoz got to de-schnozzify pretty soon.
Eat some sausages and smoke some bolognas and
smoke some weed.
Man. Yeah, recreational Ohio is.
Yeah.
You can't buy it, but you can have it.
It's pretty ridiculous right now because I think this is just a way for them to tie. It's been a year since they voted it in. Clearly, the people want it. I can go get as much booze as I want today. I can go as much artificial sugars and preservatives as I want today. Eat my fat ass into a diabetic coma, and then you, the taxpayer, got to pay for it because I ain't got health insurance. I do.
You get, but better yet, you got VA health insurance.
That's the most socialist health insurance ever. You go sit there for 4.5 hours just waiting.
I wish everyone that wanted socialized health care had to deal with a VA for 4 visits. But we're getting off track. We're skipping off vacation. We got to get back to vacation. I went on a charter up there with Hat Trick. Shoot. Can't remember his name off the top. His name's Bo. Hat Trick Cruises or Hat Trick Charters. Hat Trick Charters, I think. It was really cool. We went out. It was supposed to be a kids thing, but me and my buddy Chris were out there with his kids, and it was a freaking blast. They were trying to catch some stripers. They had that. You know what a mackerel is? I thought a mackerel was like this great big hunk of. It's like this skinny, long thing. I didn't. It's like a little bitty pike. I thought it was this big fish.
What I thought they were was like in Florida. They sell them like in Academy,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
chopped
for
up, so
bait.
you can buy chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
mackerel they said is kind of like just a big ass minnow.
Yeah. They were using it for bait. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa. And but the stripers weren't you know how fishing is. Some days you good, sometimes you bad. You know you can't guarantee fish. But then we got
So you
done
think
there and
like
we went over there and he's 4 crab pots, not crab, lobster traps.
traps?
Went and pulled lobsters and measured them and banded them and all this other stuff, and it was really cool.
You
We
know,
couldn't keep the
lobsters pee out of their
lobsters.
mouth.
What's that?
Lobsters and crawfish and all that they pee out of their mouth because then they sanitize the food that's going in.
Ew. Yeah, it's kind
Yeah,
of weird. But he had this measuring thing, and it's really amazing. I mean,
a lot goes into it.
I guess you can't hardly get a commercial lobster fishing license anymore. Pretty
Really?
much,
Why?
if you're a kid, you can get a student license, and then after so many years, you can get this other. I mean, they pretty much want to grow it from the kids up. Is kind of the way he put it.
So they kind of want to do like a China, like a one rule thing. Like this generation, we're going to screw over. The next one, we're good.
They pretty much. It seems like they don't want to ruin their fisheries. Used to be
We've we've ruined every fishery on the planet as human beings. So what the fuck is what's so good about lobster?
well. See, up in Alaska right now. My cousin's up there. He does charters out of the. He does charters up there. I can't remember the name of the town, but they've got all the huge trawlers out there, and they're catching pollock, and they have what they call bycatch. They take in everything they catch. It's not pollock. They chuck back into the ocean, and most of it's dead. They caught 10 freaking killer whales, 10 orcas. They dumped 9 of them over the side, dead. Yeah, and they used to do this shit
That,
up there up the Atlantic coast, and they stopped it. And now their sturgeon is starting to come back. Their Atlantic salmon is starting to come back. It's gonna. They stopped years ago up there, and now it's finally starting to come back. Alaska's
when I
gonna
was
be just
driving
as screwed if they don't stop that shit.
when I was driving through West by God,
Mm.
um, how many deer did I see? Like just on the
Oh,
side
there's
of the
one.
interstate.
Oh, there's one. Squirrel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was like
yeah,
I must have counted about 50 just through West by
yep.
God going around Beckley. And we got people here that are like, oh my God, save the deer. Oh, blah, 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 blah." It's like, you don't understand. That's the best meat you can
Well,
have.
when you get too many of any species
Species
in
of
one
animal.
spot, even humans. I mean, how bad was the COVID rate in cities compared to out in the small towns and counties? Excuse
Yeah,
me.
just look at
You
California,
you,
look at Chicago,
you
look at New
crush
York.
you crush people together, animals, whatever together. They're gonna have more diseases. For deer, chronic wasting disease. There's a lot of other stuff that kills them. They need to thin the herds, and people just don't.
Yeah,
Oh, they're so pretty, which
we
they
need
are, and
we
they're
need to
pretty
thin the
delicious too.
herds. We need to
Yeah,
thin the herds so I can make my belly fatter.
and not have
Deer
the deer
meat is
starve, and not have the deer starving.
Well, it's better
I
to
would.
hit them with a bullet and use their hides. Use every ounce of meat you
Yep.
can
Yep.
instead of hitting them with the 55-mile-an-hour truck, destroying the truck, destroying the meat, destroying the pelt, destroying an animal. It's a lot
Yep.
more humane to fucking take it out, done, harvest it, and
Well,
use everything.
back in the late '90s, they started
You
making it so in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, you could bow hunt for deer in town. They did a
Yeah.
survey after the season. I mean, you had to report everything you shot. I mean, there was a lot of hoops you had to jump through, but there was just as many deer killed that year that they could hunt them as there was the year before. Except the only difference was only half of them were killed by hunters, and the other half were killed by cars instead of all being
Yeah.
killed by cars.
And a deer will fuck your car up. Whether you hit
Woo!
it or it hits you, you got blood and
Mm-hmm.
shit all over the side of your car if it's even drivable after. You're
If
shaking
yeah,
up. Yeah.
yep. That's why you need a protester bumper or
I
a deer guard on the front of your truck. They call it
or as they call them in Texas, what are they? The cattle pusher,
cattle guard or cattle.
cattle
What did they
pusher.
call them on the old trains? Cattle catcher, maybe? Cow
I
catcher?
don't
I
know,
don't
but
know.
I know when I was working down in Louisiana, all those fuckers from Texas have them, and they're like, "No, that's to push the cattle out the side of the road. And you're going 85 mile an hour down the back highway. You ain't
Yeah.
stopping that fucking cow."
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
like Jesus.
Yep. But anyway, back to vacation. We're trying to stay on track this time and not go off too many tangents.
Hey, but when
Trying to get a hold of Bo and get him on here. Like I say, he told me a lot of cool shit that I never thought of for fishing on the ocean.
I think we're,
First time I've ever been on the
I think
ocean
we're,
fishing.
I think we're far enough in now. We could bring in maybe Disco Stew or Bald Man Shouse.
Oh,
Uh,
did you go to Cabela's or Bass Pro on vacation or on your road trip?
no.
Disco Stew says it's not vacation if you don't go to Cabela's or Bass Pro. That's why I went.
I went to Academy because we don't have one, but I have a Bass Pro right around the corner. Really, about 20 minutes.
It's not. Yeah, but you're retired, fucker.
Isn't it? Doesn't it just chap your guys' hide to know that you're that old and beat
Oh,
up,
fuck
and
you. Wow, your sinus
you
is
never
worse than
know?
mine, dude.
You never know which fart is going to be your last one where you just shit yourself, and then here's me like,
Oh no.
"Hey, 401ks don't mean shit because you run out of them."
Yeah.
So
401k was
Bruce,
not designed to be anything but a tax dodge for the rich anyway.
our vacations are over. You went
Mm.
for a wedding or whatever. I went to go get my shit because I'm moving to the great state of the great Gestapo of Ohio.
Wedding.
What's next?
I just want to That's my. I want a straight vacation, bro. There was no
I
wedding.
thought you had a wedding. Oh,
No.
um,
It's just a vacation.
what's next on our big dick agenda? We got the
Ooh,
Olympics
here.
going on right now. We were just talking about.
Yep.
I don't care for
Simone
the
Biles
Olympics.
is look. Simone Biles is the coolest person in the Olympics.
Oh, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah,
Number two, I don't even know anybody else that's in the Olympics, so
I'm about to say I don't know
gotta be her.
anybody, but it is funny that Team WNBA beat Team America before they went. That's funny. That's funny as fuck.
hmm hmm Yep.
Other than that, I don't follow basketball. Football season's coming up. I got to get with what's his name? Uh,
Who? Shakur?
Daya.
Daya?
He think, hey,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we got to talk football because you don't know anything about being a real man sport.
Yeah. The
I
real
wish,
real man sport? Bass fishing, bro.
yeah. How's that a real man sport? That ain't even a
I
sport.
mean,
It's like surfing
and
isn't a sport.
look, freaking competitive cheerleading is a sport.
That shit's not okay. It's a sport, but
If
it's not a
competitive
team sport.
cheerleading's a sport, then WWE is a sport.
They've never claimed to be a sport.
It is. It's a sport.
Who said that?
Me.
Oh, well, you're an idiot because Vince McMahon said it's
If
sports entertainment. They say it's sports
if
entertainment because then they don't have to have sanctions.
yeah.
Duh.
Uh.
I mean, they have had like
Oh man, just think if they had the same people running WWE as ran NASCAR with all their freaking rules and shit.
no, the same people who are running
Oh,
WWE now are running UFC. Like their parent companies merged.
he said something about that. That just doesn't seem like a good idea.
And what are you talking about? Two of the best promoters in American history?
Vince McMahon and Dana White.
Who's
Not Vince
better
McMahon.
promoter than them? Yeah, Vince
Oh, I don't know.
McMahon.
I love Dana
Vince
White.
McMahon took that. He bought that company in like in '83 for $1 million, and it is worth like
Yeah.
$19 trillion right now.
And he pulled a Bill Gates and just started buying people up or bankrupting them.
That's
Can't
not
you
what
can't
happened at
blame him
all.
for it, but really,
He said cable. He said cable is coming. All those territories, he went and said, "Here, I will buy you out because I'm buying your TV stations up. So I'm going to either leave you with nothing or I'll give you what you're worth right now." The old
Mm-hmm.
guys were like, "Man, fuck you, we'll beat you." They didn't. And then he was like,
Yep.
"Nope." People like the Briscoes, he bought out, uh, Mid South over in Tennessee, all that. Those people work for him still to this day. So they got
Bill
paid
Gates did the
and they got a
same thing.
paycheck.
Bill Gates did the same
Yeah, but
thing in Microsoft.
yeah, but Bill Gates is how old?
Oh, I have no idea.
And okay, Joe Biden is 1 year older than Vince McMahon.
No shit.
Yeah, okay.
How
So
old's
just
Steven
put that in
Tyler?
theory. Like
Wait. If you want to compare people to Joe Biden, how old's Steven Tyler?
Steven Tyler, what about him? He's a junkie, or he
You're
was.
yeah. His brain should be
But
rotted. He
he's
should be worse shape than Biden. Of course, I bet he had
okay,
good drugs.
Keith. You're missing the point. Keith Richards and Mick Jagger are
Richard
still touring. They're
Simmons. Oh
older. Richard Simmons, the little gay dude
well,
from
Keith Richards is
Working
alive.
Out.
Richard Simmons is dead. Yeah,
Richard
Richard Simmons is
Simmons.
dead. Keith Richards is alive.
The
Yeah, he
f-
died.
you talking about the fitness guy?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, but no. Yeah,
And
but
Keith Richards
he
is
wasn't
alive.
as
Same
he
names.
wasn't Richards and Simmons.
Richard Simmons, Keith Richards, Richard. Okay,
Shut
forget it.
up. Goddamn Iowa educate. Get the corn out of your head.
Look, you might be a father, but you're not a dad if you don't go with the dad jokes.
Oh no. But no, it's pretty sad that the Rolling Stones are still touring. One
Yeah.
Mick Jagger's kid's like 5 years old, his youngest. And they're like the same age as Biden. And they did heroin and coke.
What? I bet if there's a drug out there, they did it. Well, wait, if there's a drug back in the day, I don't know, maybe they're still all fucked up. I don't know.
I don't know. I know Mick Jagger has like a 55, like a regular dry van that tows,
Yeah,
that's just his gym, just to work out in, like cardio and all that.
I got to start exercising, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be ugly, not fat. Right now, you're just fat and ugly. You can change
Yeah,
one thing
whatever.
about you.
Hey, I'll be the real fat shady, so just fuck off.
The real fat shade. God, when you said that, I was just like, Jesus Christ. 2001 called.
So I'm a little behind on my hippity hoppity.
Yeah, Marshall Mathers. Hey, when I told you how old Eminem was, you were like, what?
No, that fella's 2 years
Yeah,
younger than me. Just two.
yeah. You know
I
how I
figured he's at least
remembered that?
10. Oh God.
In his song, Cleaning Out My Closet, he said he said something about way back in 1973, before I ever had a multi-platinum selling CD. I was like, oh, so yeah, he was born around that time.
72.
Yeah. His name is
Man.
middle name is Bruce.
Yeah. Adopted 2 kids.
Yeah. One was, I think, his
One was
ex-wife's
his
daughter, and the other one was
ex-wife's
his niece.
ex-wife's kid, and then something happened to the mother, to his sister,
Yeah.
and then he adopted the niece. Yeah.
Something like
All
that.
3 girls though,
Uh,
and one of the girls
I'm
has a boy's
not gonna
name.
say his I'm not saying his daughter's hot or nothing because we don't have much of a
Oh, she's
career, but
beautiful.
he has ended too many careers. Like Ja Rule, he has ended his career. Machine Gun Kelly
And
went from rap to like being a bitch. Like
still,
he
if
made
Nicole
Machine Gun
wouldn't have
Kelly
told me
go
who
from
Machine Gun Kelly was, I wouldn't have had a clue.
Machine Gun Kelly went from this like gangster white boy rap, saying he was from Cleveland, which he is not from Cleveland. He lived there for like couple years. That's it. He uh he turned him into like the Pat Benatar of our age. Like now he has eyeliner on, stupid hair, and he
Whoa, Pat Benatar
fucking
was cool as hell back in the 80s, bro.
yeah, but
80s, 90s. She was cool.
yeah,
She
he's
still
not.
plays back home every year. So don't compare him to
Machine Gun
Pat Benatar.
Kelly's like the coolest loser you know.
So he's kind of in syncy.
Nah, Justin Timberlake
No,
was pretty cool. Yeah,
was he in sync?
like they were all.
I,
Yeah, yeah,
was he a
they were all
Backstreet
pretty
Boy?
cool. No, the Backdoor Boys. That was the Carter,
Uh,
Nick Carter, Eric. Yeah, and then you had Nick Lachey was
yeah,
from
maybe.
98 Degrees.
Yeah, sure. I'll believe
Yep,
you.
yep.
Okay. Uh,
That was that late 90s, early 2000s boy band craze. You had to have the front man who was handsome and can sing, was a little bit older than everybody else, and then you had the baby
everybody else just
face,
danced around like
rugged.
fools.
Yeah, it was all very choreographed. I mean, I ain't mad
Who
at
did
it.
the
They
Who
made
did
those
the whole
guys.
"Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls"? Who was those gals? What was their
That
name?
was TLC.
PLC. Well, no, it's just
You know what?
it's like the
Do you know
female
what
version of
TL?
the boy band.
Not even close. But you know what
You
TLC
don't think
stood
so?
for? No, because they
9/11
all
Care.
three had talent. They all had talent.
They all look good too.
He had T-Baw's Left Eye and Chili, TLC.
Oh, okay.
Tender Loving Care, Tittyless Chick. My
Two-man
sister told me that
cuddling.
was a
Yeah.
little kid. Yeah, yeah. She's like, you know what it means, tittyless chick? And I'm like, that's stupid.
What?
Why would they name themselves that? Now TLC, hey,
Your
I
sister
think
could be
Creep
mean.
was
I
like their.
think.
I think TLC, their my favorite song from them was Creep. And I creep, yeah.
Hmm. I know I've heard it, but
Uh,
I don't remember
I'm gonna be racist and say I'm sure Barnes will know what I'm talking about, or Dia.
it. Yeah,
I can see.
yeah.
Hey, if we called Dia up right now and I started singing like "Creep," he'd probably bust out like, "And I creep, yeah." Ah, we gotta get that fuck on.
Oh,
We
well,
got.
he's
We
too
gotta do
busy
it.
now. He's too important
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We can't have anybody famous on. I mean, how would we be
Being
underground?
he's being diverse, equity, and inclusion, or whatever.
DEI didn't earn
We
it.
gotta.
Yeah,
We gotta have Shouse, Disco Stew, Barnsey, and Dia on.
at the same time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Stu and Shouse, that'd be. Woo-hoo. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the same time.
I would.
Oh
I mean,
man,
those two. I wonder if they know each other. Do they know each other?
not that I know of. Well, I don't. Maybe their paths crossed.
They both seem like outdoorsy kind of men. Stu is more like, I took the deer shit and I wiped it across my face, and I took my Bowie knife and stabbed a pig in its heart. And Shouse is more like the analytical guy, like, I took 6 steps to the 3 degrees west and I did it. It's like, same guy, just different ends of the spectrum.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yep.
And you're the
Man, I
white
wish I'd
trash
hurry up and
version
figure
of
out what.
both of them.
I really wish I'd figure out what the hell they'd figure out what was going on here today. Oh, if anybody's
Yeah, tell me
curious, I'm
more.
stuck sitting here down here in San Antonio because my load was messed up, so I got rejected. And now they're trying to figure out what to do with it. So I've been sitting here for almost 15 hours now, just waiting, just waiting.
This is the problem with trucking. It happens a lot more than people think.
Yep, just sitting
A
around, just
lot
waiting.
more.
Yep,
I
getting
ooh,
paid, but
not like you're getting paid when you're driving.
nope, nope. But well, vacation's over. I'm back at work. He's back at. Uh,
I start welding school soon.
oh yeah, you're gonna go get educated. That'll be interesting, Mister
When I
Fancy
first got out of
Pants.
the army, when I was first out of the army, I was going through a welding apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Yep, R&J trucking. I mean, welding
Ooh.
is probably one of the easiest things a human can do. Like if you can't follow a bead and see how hot you're going, you're pretty stupid.
There's some skills people just don't possess.
So,
There's some people that could sit there and write a book entirely about how to do it, and then when they go to do it, they have no flipping nothing.
like David Schwimmer on Band of Brothers. He could talk the big game, but when it came time to do the exercise, he couldn't do it.
I guess I haven't watched Band of Brothers
You've
enough.
you've never watched
Oh,
Band of
I've watched
Brothers?
it. I have,
It's the first episode.
but I'm sure.
He was the lieutenant in charge
Look,
of
movies and TV shows entertain me, and I move on to something else. And they don't just there's I don't know. I've got too few rocks left to actually write something onto my brain, so I don't bother memorizing them.
you have two rocks left and they're about to get smoked. Can't smoke a
Mm,
rock,
oh,
Joe Sword, unless you're in the
oh,
hood.
only if it's crack. Yep.
Hey, when somebody says you can't smoke a rock, I remember being a basic like, fuck you can't. I watched people in high school smoke rocks. Like, shut up.
Nope.
Oh yeah. We had all
Oh
types
heck
of
no.
people.
Not shit. I'm wrong.
I know you guys were all related.
Not exactly. Oh
When
God.
you have to say not exactly, that means like 98% I'm right. You big
Well,
dumb
there's
bitch.
probably about good 10 main families,
Yeah, and
and they all diversified.
they all made
Then
sticks so they didn't fuck each other.
you'd have to marry somebody from another town and bring them home. So yeah, yeah.
That way
Look,
you
my
didn't
wife's
fuck
from New
your sister.
Hampshire. The wife's from New Hampshire. I'm not. My children are not inbred. They're a lot of other things, but they're not inbred.
They just when you talk to them, you just think they are, but they really aren't.
my my boys are special.
Shit, my now yeah, my baby, he yeah, no, his mom's from Louisiana. She a country. She hates when I call her country, so I call her country as much as I can. She goes, I ain't country.
And and the only reason you do that shit is because there's a lot of miles in between you, because she probably whoop your ass.
Goddamn right. I straight hey, we were having that. My son said something, and he was being a smartass on the phone, and she's like,
Your
Aiden
son,
Rashawn, da da da
your
da.
child.
Yeah, like she was about to pop him, and I was like, hey, don't be stupid, don't play with your life. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, I'm scared of your mom. Like, why you? She's like, don't tell him that. I was like, listen, he's 10, he needs to
It's
become a
true.
man. Like, I ain't scared of my mom. I just know like she has that little bit of psycho in her. I've seen it before. I don't need to see it out.
Karen?
Oh yeah.
No. Your
Oh
mother's a
yeah.
saint.
Every woman has that fucking like bit that girl. Every woman has that girl interrupted. They could go from Winona Ryder to Angelina Jolie real fucking quick.
Um,
Long as none of them
not your
have
mom.
Brittany Murphy. Oh yeah.
Who the hell's Brittany Murphy?
She was the one who was keeping the food underneath her bed.
Huh?
You gotta go back and watch that movie. That was a really great movie. Girl
What
Interrupted.
movie? Oh, I don't think I ever.
Oh
I don't think I ever
yeah.
saw it.
It was I think it was before Angelina Jolie was banging her brother. So a little bit before Bobby.
Banging her brother.
Famously she remember when she was with Billy Bob Thornton? He goes, you want me
Yeah.
to be honest? We fucked in the car on the way here. Like everybody else probably did at the time.
Yeah.
Like a couple award shows, like a few years before that, she was with a blonde guy who was her brother. And she was making out with him. If you're shoving your tongue down your brother's throat on red carpet,
You're
I
from West
guarantee
Virginia.
you have fucked them. Nah, hey, don't do West Virginia like that. Arkansas is worse.
Alabama,
Okay. Alabama,
Alabama, Louisiana,
Miss,
Mississippi, Florida,
Mississippi. Florida's getting
Ohio.
Florida's getting too like commercialized.
Mm, old Florida.
Yeah. The peninsula. Okay. And I looked this up. Me and Bruce were having a conversation. Is Alaska a peninsula? Kind of. So
I
technically, its landmass is Canada on that side, and then all three sides are by water. But then what's that part that comes down by? Is that the Aleutian Islands at the bottom by like
mhm.
Juneau and
Yep. Yep.
that's a peninsula. That piece that comes down that's actually
Oh, show.
solid before it gets to the islands.
Yep.
But the actual state kind of it is a peninsula, but it's a massive fucking peninsula.
By definition, yes, but in actuality, I don't know. I don't think
It's
so.
too big. It's a goddamn country. Like,
If you cut Alaska in half, Texas would be the third largest state.
what was it? 585,000 some square acres. We were talking
Mhm.
about the other day, and that's what
It's
Alaska
just a
is.
little bit. It's a little bit
Square
more than
miles.
twice the. Yeah, it's a
So
little bit
twice
more
the
than
size of
twice the size
Texas.
of Texas. Yep.
And
More
Texas
land
is
exposed in Alaska when the tide goes out than the entire state of Texas.
Texas is like just shy of being twice as big as California.
California,
Yeah, it's like
aka the home of Kamala.
262,000 square miles versus like 100 and like 56,000 square miles.
Oh. All I know is
All right.
I-5 is the longest road on the planet to drive in a semi, 55 freaking miles an hour for however freaking long it is.
So me and Bruce have been going kind of like Twitter because we fucking love Elon. Not saying
Oh
the guy
God,
is
yeah.
perfect,
It ain't
but
Twitter, it's the X.
if there was one person from America that could run for president and win, it should be Elon and then Patrick Bet David. Everybody else, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
All right, so some of these, anything good on Twitter that you have found?
They're just talking shit about Kamala's a big thing. I guess there was some AI. Well, somebody made a meme type video about Kamala saying how much of a piece of crap she is, and then old Gavin Newsom, oh, we're gonna make a law against this, da, 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 da. And then uh, Elon comes back, yeah, I checked with Professor Fuck You or whatever it was, and said that yeah, satire is still legal in America. I thought that was amusing.
They were talking he might be able to buy Google.
Elon?
He bought, yeah. So I'm just kind of scrolling through X. Here's a headline from Radio Genoa. Islam in China is considered a mental illness that needs to be treated. Mosques are being torn down and Arabic writings are covered up and erased.
Wow.
Olympic Last Supper star threatens to sue her right-wing haters. So, what's up with that shit? Because I saw something about it. I didn't read it much into it because I was stoned and didn't give a fuck.
Well, what I've seen about that again on the X, because I don't watch that shit. They
Yeah.
were up there doing all this stuff, and it they're all set up like the
Resembles
Last
Last
Supper in
Supper.
the end, and I mean, it's a whole bunch of. They deleted part of it because one of the women had a nut hanging out of their shorts.
Jesus
They're out there
Christ, I
making.
saw that. That was a big ass ball sack, bro. Like, good for her. Yeah,
That chick
I'm
had big old
jealous.
nuts on her.
I
But no,
mean,
it was
how
just disgusting as hell, and it was. I saw. I've seen the Twitter version of it. I haven't seen the actual. I gotta watch it shit.
but how many people or how many things like you can't just go after that. You know what I mean? Okay, what I'm saying is like if I'm gonna play devil's advocate. If the LGBTQ plus minus ABCD 3 1 2 3 Michael Jackson is me group peoples,
Mm-hmm.
if they if they want to be a satire
The
version
alphabet
of
people,
that,
as Dave Chappelle puts it. Yeah.
that's no different than a comedian making fun of like the Vatican or somebody making fun of something like it's still the same realm of
Yeah.
possibilities. It's just when you have somebody on this end who's like, super, super woke, you're gonna find somebody on the other end who's the exact super, super opposite. Now this is where we're all going. You got us in the middle who are like, bitch, why do we have taxes?
And we're like,
Like
why
answer me
does
that
any number
first.
one? Why does anybody bother watching that? Yeah.
Second of all, like I don't care who or what you put in your mouth. I don't care who you pray to.
Leave
Why
me
do
the
we have
hell alone.
taxes?
Yeah,
Lower my taxes.
yeah, yeah. Oh God, taxes, Olympics. I remember talking about how much it cost in Salt Lake City back way back in the day when they had to build the Olympic Village and all that crap. How much it cost the city, and they just lost their ass on it. And cities are still competing to lose money like that.
It's yeah, they say it's for the small businesses coming in because then they get a lot of exposure for around the world and but to me, the Olympics are I feel bad for the athletes because yes, they're getting a piece of gold that ultimately they will be hooked on pain pills probably and have to sell, you know.
Maybe if they're lucky,
But
if they're really good.
the Olympics Commission, they're the ones who are getting paid.
Well, Michael Phelps has
You know,
won. Simone Biles, both of them. They've won God knows how many gold medals. Simone Biles, you see doing a little bit here and there, but I mean, you don't. They're not on Wheaties boxes anymore. They're not
no,
in
but
any commercials or anything.
they probably have their
Does
own
Wheaties even
schools for
does Wheaties even put people on the box anymore? I don't know.
I haven't ate Wheaties in like 20 years, so I don't
I
know.
don't think anybody does.
It
That I
probably
mean,
not the healthiest thing to eat with all those carbohydrates.
that too. But I
We
mean,
should start a brand of
well,
hard-boiled
Mary
eggs
Lou
with our
Retton.
faces on it.
Oh God, Mary Lou Retton back in the day. She won gymnastics gold, and she was on everything. She was advertising all kinds of crap. How many?
Yeah, so was
I
Bruce
don't
Jenner
watch. I mean, no.
and turned him into a woman.
Yeah, nobody watches regular TV anymore. So if they are advertising on that, I mean, how many people actually see the commercials?
Your sports big still. Football, like NFL, NBA, MLB, pretty big. Network TV somehow was surviving. I think that's mostly older people, like in their 60s, 70s, 80s, who were like, I can't do the Fire Stick. I need my local channels. And it's
Which
kind of like,
I number one, fuck you. Number two, I like the local channels for the local news, the weather, the high school sports, whatnot. You know, that's about all the local channels are good for anymore.
I wonder if they're, yeah, no. I mean, local weather, local politics, because like here, he's pretty shitty, you know.
Yeah,
Um, the chief of police is even shittier. The fire marshal's even shittier than shit because they're all his friends. But that's
I
Youngstown
wonder.
politics. If we had Jim
Yeah,
Trafficant fixing it, no problem.
they.
I'm gonna make a Jim Trafficant t-shirt.
You know, the hell of it is, I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm somewhat into politics, and I don't even know who my local folks are. I'm gonna find out before voting time. I'm gonna know before November who the hell I'm voting for and why I'm voting for them. But
I
right
mean, I
now,
know
I
my
don't know who the
local.
hell they are.
We all know our local politics here because, when the building downtown blew up, it made national news.
Yep.
It was a
But no,
gas
I
leak.
was it.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a big controversial thing. They've been doing
Oh, okay.
utility work
No, I was just
and
wondering. Yeah, you know, God knows anymore.
no, not those type of people anymore. That was back in the
Oh,
50s and beyond.
oh, yeah.
I think I
The
think
mafia's gone, huh?
I think a worker he was going to cut through something and they didn't purge the line or they didn't cut the gas line off or whatever and he's boom.
Hmm,
Yeah, it's
crazy.
fucking crazy. Okay,
Cutting
the
wherever they
Hodge
can. And,
twins. All the Nimrods, you guys got to look up the Hodge twins. They don't give a fuck. I think it's
no,
because they're mixed, but they don't give a fuck.
no, they don't.
Oh,
And they're giving away
Alice
a truck camper
Jones.
and a General Lee.
I think there's something a little bit different. I think there's something with Alex Jones. I like that guy a little bit more. I think imagine Vince McMahon and Dana White as our president and vice president.
God.
Every leader in the world is gonna be like, I don't know if we can whoop their ass. Like Dana White trains, Vince McMahon trains, they can fuck you up. But they have connections with other countries already, and that's what we need.
Well, speaking of Alex Jones, I was watching a Tucker Carlson. I think he was on Joe Rogan. He's like, "There's video. Alex Jones, the summer of 2001, was talking about they're gonna crash into
Trump's
the Twin
gay.
Towers and crash into the Twin Towers and blame it on Osama bin Laden." He said that in the summertime. I mean, he didn't even. It wasn't even September. Wasn't nothing. It was
He didn't say
like
on the Joe
June
Rogan
or
experience.
July. Was it? I think it
Joe
was
Rogan didn't
Tucker.
come out. He didn't come out until 2009.
No, 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 no. They were on there recently talking about it. They were showing
Oh,
the tape of his
Alex.
show.
Well, Alex Jones, he just walked into Bohemian Grove, like just walked in, shot a
Yeah.
documentary about it, and then he had InfoWars, and I mean a lot of fucking things. Like he
Hmm.
came out, I think it was a week before two. I know what you're talking about. It was like a week before 9/11. He goes,
Oh
based
no,
on the
this is like.
intelligence that's
I'm
being,
pretty much. It was. I think it was dated in like July. The the the
yeah,
the
either
video
way,
that they were showing. Yeah.
but like a month or two ahead, and it was like he is, he said like da 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 this and da da. He's named a lot of things that were just like theories where it's like, oh, fucking Alex Jones is right of all
It was
people.
like Alex Jones. They just totally made the entire planet think that he's nuts, so that nobody listens to him.
He's nuts, but in a good
Gaslighting.
way.
Well, they're gaslighting the shit out of us about him.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad person. I mean, I think he's a necessary type of person,
Yeah.
like a necessary, not evil, but a necessary
Idiot.
like agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Like you need him. You need a skeptical person like him to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The government's saying what? Let's push
Yeah.
back a little bit.
Let's not
Like
trust the
I think
government on any. If you trust the government, you're not very smart.
I think I think realistically, like you could use Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson as moderators, but I think the debate system, I think they should just go away with it. I think you should have a 2 hour block, Kamala Harris, and 2 hour block of Donald Trump on Joe Rogan Experience. He gives them both 2 to 3 hours. Hey, just like he did with Bernie Sanders, Andrew Yang, Tulsi Gabbard, Bernie Sanders. He's had like
I
politicians on through 2016 and 2020.
I
Like,
guarantee
hey,
you he's put out. I guarantee you he's put out an invite to him.
no,
I
he
guarantee
ha-
you he's invited them to come on.
no, he hasn't.
No.
No, because like
Uh,
when Patrick Bet David was on there, at first he was very against Trump. Like he's like, I'm not going to give him a platform to use me as a jump off point.
yeah.
Now it's getting kind of like maybe
Who?
I
Bad
am
David or Rogan?
Rogan. No, no,
Mm,
Bet David, he would interview him, but Bet David's he's more of an interviewer. Like
mm,
he'll look up a lot of stuff and he'll know a lot of intricate things and he'll call you out on your bullshit. He's a veteran.
yeah.
He's an immigrant, self-made millionaire. Joe Rogan is more like just like a guy cut through the bullshit. Like, whoa, 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 what you're saying just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Like, and you're not going to go, man, fuck you. You're not going to say that to Joe Rogan because one, you ain't fucking him up, and then two, pretty much every UFC fighter is probably like, yo, that's our guy. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want John Jones coming to look for you. John Jones, the scariest
Uh,
man ever to live.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but then I,
They're
I think
people.
I think
Yeah.
our country's going to shit. We weren't here for the glorious uprise of our country, but we are here for the end, and
The
it's pretty
downfall. Yeah.
much Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
fun to watch it burn, I guess. In a sick
yeah,
way.
there's a lot of good memes.
We'll be able to get away with a lot more shit, which ain't a good thing, but it is what it
Eh,
is.
I don't know. I think it's going to get ugly soon. No matter who wins. If
I think if the
Harris,
left,
if
if
if Harris wins, I don't know what's going to happen. If
I don't
Trump
think
wins, we're
anybody
going
knows.
back to the Black Lives Matter riots, the the the, the I don't got a dick right, the alphabet people riots. Everything's going to go to shit, dude.
I ain't mad at nobody for having pride in what they are or who they are. It's
That's
kind of
like you're
like,
proud you're white, you're proud you're black, bitch. You had nothing to do with it. You are what you are.
why why wouldn't we be like, hey, we're Americans, we hate Canadians. Like, we
I'm
all
just not.
stand up
I'm
as
just not sure why
Americans.
you need to be proud of who you're fucking. I don't get it. They call it Pride Month. Why?
Oh,
I mean, are you supposed to be proud of who you're having sex with? Who cares?
coming from a guy who
Number
does
one,
have
the
a
whole Pride Month and their parades. You got these people walking around out there half naked, waving fucking dildos around. Those people are perverts. They're freaking
oh,
perverts.
stop it, because you know goddamn
No,
well,
no, no,
if
no.
there
If
was a
they're up,
strict tease out there, you'd be like, oh, there's titties out there. That's okay.
no,
If it was
because they
Girls Gone Wild,
are.
did you have a problem with Girls Gone Wild?
Yes, they're stupid. They have a problem
Oh,
watching
you didn't have
that.
a problem with it.
That's not relevant. I thought those girls are fucking
Yes,
stupid. They were hot, but they're stupid. But if you're out there
I could,
in a parade in some cabaret looking bullshit, waving fucking dildos around your pervert. And if you're taking your children to go see that shit, you are a shitty parent, and that's child endangerment. Those children shouldn't be exposed to that bullshit.
me personally, I could give a fuck what you expose your children to, because if your children breaks into my house, or if your children
They're
break
not
into
going to
my
be breaking
shit,
out.
they're exactly. So I feel like what I'm more focused on my home. I could care less what goes on out there, because I think when people start really worrying about what's going on out there, they ain't worried about what goes on at home. So they're allowing shit to go on.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are just now finding a niche. They're like, I have to belong to something. So this
Okay.
is easy, or I belong to that. I don't care. Secret
Don't dress
societies
like
are
a
okay in a
pervert.
way.
Don't dress like a pervert and run all over the freaking town. It's stupid.
I mean, I guess that's an opinion based.
Yep. And
What
mine's
you
right.
consider a per Well, that's not very American of you.
Have you not seen what's been going on the last 10 years?
Yeah, but I mean, like I
I
said,
have an
for
opinion.
one,
Look, you're offending me. You need to be censored.
I'm gonna text you what the fuck I think, because I ain't getting ours kicked
Oh,
off. The 4 letter word's gonna start with a K and end with 2 L's, have an I in it. It's gonna be yourself, you son of a bitch. I don't care.
oh. End of times.
No, yeah,
Take a bath with a
no.
toaster.
I think for every extreme you have an extreme. So whoever started it, whoever's finishing it, they're both wrong. And everybody, just if everybody just shut the fuck up. If we went away from cell phones and social media, there'd be a lot. And I think a lot of people are just like getting that attention now. Like, I could be the next viral
That's a lot of
thing.
it. Yep, that's a lot of it.
I think it's 90% of it,
Yep,
at
yeah.
least. Everybody's looking for their, like every human looks for their
Hawk
mark in
Tula.
history.
Their
Like,
15 minutes of fame, and they're
man,
taking advantage of it while they got it. Shit, she's making a bunch of money.
no, she ain't. Like, Barstool just gave her a contract, but all the shit that she was selling, like, she moved
Yeah,
she moved to try to get on some type of sitcom, and it's like, nah, you were just funny because of that.
really?
Like, yeah.
I don't know. They're interviewing her for a whole bunch of different things
I
and
mean,
going different
she
places.
was she was cute.
I watched a
Any
bunch of her
woman,
videos, little clips and whatnot. She just sounds like that country girl, just normal.
well,
She's not all fucking Kardashian out and shit.
she's very young. She's only like 21.
21.
Yeah, it's not cool. I don't like that. I like my
Look, if
women
she
like I
can
like
make
my
some,
cars at least 25 years old and a bunch of problems.
look, if she can make money off it, might as well. You know, the guy that
No,
made the
I'm not.
original video that's been watched a billion times making money off it, so fuck, why not?
Oh no,
Hell,
I'm
we're
not
trying to
saying
make
don't
money
make.
off this shit, so
I'm
probably
not
never
saying don't
will.
try to
But
make
we're
money
trying.
on it. It's just it's not. She was. I mean, her claim to fame is going to be hot too, and then I mean, unless she's funny as fuck somewhere else, but a lot of those people don't pan out. It's like a one hit wonder.
Yeah,
It's
just
kind
kind
of
of
it's kind
amusing
of
in,
like
in the little clips I watched, but nothing really
yeah,
that
she's a dumb
exciting.
ditzy blonde country girl.
Crack baby, I'm a crack baby, she said.
What?
Whitney Cummings, Whitney somebody, she's a comedian. She called up Matt Rife, and Matt Rife's like, well, how old are you? Oh, I'm 21. She's like, oh, well, how old's your mama? How old's your mother? She's like, oh, you don't want my mama. She's a crackhead. And the gal was like, she really a crackhead? Yeah, I'm a crack baby. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think Matt Rife. I think he's like the one of the least. He got into like this niche where it was like he was trying to be the gangster cool white boy on Nick Cannon's thing, and then now it's kind of like any. If you go on Joe Rogan and you're a comedian, I mean, he's doing right by like trying to boost everybody, but it's like I don't
yeah.
think Tom Segura, I don't think Bert Kreischer, I don't think a lot of those guys are funny.
Well, me and you were talking about Bert Kreischer. Bert Kreischer's got like funny 3 minute clips, and you watch the whole however long his show is, and there's probably about 4 clips out of it. They're hilarious as shit.
It's all the
But I'm
same
not. I
thing.
mean,
He's a drunk guy who's fat and he likes to drink. Okay, we get it.
yeah,
It's kind of like
yeah. It's kind of, well, Dave Chappelle's new one. That's freaking hilarious. One before that, it's but Matt Rife, Matt Rife's a lot like Bert Kreischer. He's got these just clips that are funny. Otherwise,
yeah.
the rest of the show just kind of no. But we're getting way off schedule, way
Yep.
off track, way over schedule.
But we're putting
One
this
thing
out
to say,
eventually today.
if your friends run a business and they've got like a social media presence, just go through and click the like button. Just click, 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 click. It helps them get out more. It helps them out. It costs you nothing. If you watch our stuff on Facebook, click that like button. Maybe more people will see it. Maybe more people will like us. Maybe more people will be like, these guys are fucking idiots. But yeah, who knows?
He's a fucking idiot.
That other guy sure is. Yeah. Ooh. Well,
Yeah.
on my screen, you're pointing away from me, so I'm going like that. And
Yes,
I'm
you're
towards
pointing away
you.
from me. Oh, shh. All right, Bruce, what are your final thoughts for the people? Give me your best Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer. Okay.
Final
It's hot out.
thoughts.
It's hot out. Drink water. Don't piss people off because it's hot out and they're probably really short on patience. It's hot out. Check the
Um,
air pressure in your tires because if you run on low, your tires will get hotter and they'll blow up and you'll have blowout and you'll crash and die into somebody else.
yep.
What you got?
Uh, don't be a douchebag. Commit. Do something for you and your family. Don't worry about society. Worry about yourself.
Yep. Help out your friends when you can.
Yep. Peace out, Nimrods.
Peace. Be good.